All right, guys. Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Hope everyone's having a great start to your day. And for all you coin people, I got a good one here for you. So we've all been online, specifically eBay, and there's a lot of these so-called sellers that claim to have for sale original bank wrap rolls. And I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. I've seen my fair share of original bank wrap rolls compared to what these particular rolls are selling for on eBay, and it's a travesty. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've seen truly original bank wrap rolls. I have one here that I want to share with you, and this is going to be an important video for you guys to bookmark and hold on to, because we have two original period correct 1956 Washington quarter rolls. And we are going to open one of them. See, as you can tell, it's splitting apart at the seams up here with a wildly ugly toned ender on there. We'll take a look at one. I'll show you the other one. I'm not going to open this one. All right. But you can see the toning on the end. This particular one right here, you can see that the crimp kind of came undone a little bit, but this one still retains its full crimp. And yeah, we're going to deep dive into these rolls. So make sure you stay tuned. And hopefully you guys like this video, because you're going to get a glimpse of a really nice 60-plus-year-old roll. So thanks. All right, here we go. Here is our 1956 Washington quarter original bank wrapped roll. Okay, as you can see, it's a fair condition roll. The crimping is coming undone and is splitting. And as you guys know, paper doesn't really do too well over time. It doesn't matter the environment, whether we're in a very sticky, humid environment, or if these are stored in a dry, hot climate, like here in California or in Arizona or Nevada, or it doesn't really matter. Anywhere in the United States, paper over time just really doesn't hold up too well. So when we look at original rolls, okay, there's the paper is the large determining factor to the originality of the roll. All right, this one showing a fair amount of fading due to handling and various things like that on the ink strip that goes around the paper. If we open that up a little bit, you can see that the inked bar stops right there, which is what you want to see. Sometimes they'll have fading depending on where these are stored at, even being stored in an environment where there's a lot of light, whether it's natural or otherwise. Okay, you're going to see some fading on the outside right here. But generally, the rolls that you see on eBay that people are claiming are 100% original bank wrapped. Those have been fabricated and put together. All right, and oftentimes you're going to see the crimps and all that stuff nice and tight. They may appear old due to the actual paper that these are stored in, which even today you could still buy new old stock of things like Brandt paper rolls. This one shows Watertown, Wisconsin. But this one also has the original stamping, usually that the banks put on these rolls here. 1956, both in red and black quarters. And yeah, again, and then the another telltale sign is the toning on the ends. Okay. I've seen my fair share of rolls, whether they're pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, it doesn't matter, where there is virtually no toning on the end. And that's simply that is something that gives me great cause to doubt the legitimacy of the roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this first coin off of here, and we are gonna tear the paper. I'm going to be giving away some of these coins to folks that have bought into my Whatnot Unsearch Roll streams from last Tuesday. So I got some packing up to do. But check out the dark terminal nature of toning on this one. The coin is mid-state condition. When I flip it over, you can see just how pretty the back side of it looks like. And I'm willing to bet that if something like this were sent to, say, PCGS and then subsequently gold shielded with the True Views, I'm willing to bet that the colors popping through this on this coin will look phenomenal. But you know, this is again a great example of what a coin should look like and can look like on these roll enders. Again, I stress this again. Very rarely, if at all, do you come across a roll, an original roll, where there's not at least a little bit of toning on those end coins. So yeah, make sure that that is the case. So, and of course, you know, that's not going to stop people from actually sourcing toned enders and putting them in there artificially to, again, show that distressing of the age of the rolls. All right, so we're going to go through a number of these. Go ahead and just put those down there. Very pretty coins. Generally, you're going to find a lot of like that mid-state 64 caliber grades in here. You might get lucky and find a 65, 66, or something higher. You can see that the edges are going to show a little bit of that skin that normally you wouldn't see on the face of the coins, right? Because this part of the coin has direct contact to the paper, and then the paper ultimately, you know, because paper from 60, 70 years ago is not archival safe. All right, so some of the acidity from that paper and the ink will transfer onto the coin in the way of some sort of toning or tarnish, things like that. All right, so that's the first coin there. Here's the next one right here. Again, really pretty coin, lots of luster, and you know, these are exceptional pieces. Generally, if you buy original rolls from, say, the southeast region of the U.S., you're going to find a lot of carbon spotting. And again, that's more due to the moisture in the environment in which these are stored at. That would be unfortunate. I've gone through my fair share of those type of rolls where there are a lot of carbon spots. And carbon spots, folks, is like corrosion, okay? That it's not removable, not reversible, and you can't dip the coin. You can't do anything to get rid of the carbon spots, because once it is on the coin, it is 100% permanent. All right, so here's another example here. And then these are Philadelphia minted coins, by the way. Again, very stunning examples, as you can see. Very nice. I mean, very clean. Like this one right here is incredibly clean fields, as you can see, and there's not a whole lot of hits on the highest points of the devices of the coin, which is fantastic. That one's stunning. All right, flip it over. As opposed to this one, you have either some water spots or a few little contact marks, but beautiful, beautiful coins. It's always a treat to be able to come across something like this. In today's secondary market, I mean, you're going to pay a considerable amount more to own an original bank wrap roll than you would not. All right, so let's say for a full roll of just generic BU, I would say like 1964 is a good date to use, because it's like one of the more common dates that you encounter out there on the secondary market. 1964 BU roll typically would command about maybe $200, $210. Realistically, original bank wrap roll of 56s, you'd probably be looking around $300. The big chase, of course, is to find those very clean examples. In this particular date, also looking for the Type B reverses is also going to be another big chase. So this one right here has that little scuff right above "In God We Trust," the motto there. All right, so you can see that. You know, coins again, not 100% perfect. All right, and you know, you still have the consistent coloring, that toned skin. which is very light and tan. You can even see some of it on the periphery there on the rim. Again, all very correct to this BU roll. But yeah, these are extremely beautiful examples right here. And as you could tell, some coins are definitely not perfect. I know there's a lot of emphasis on high graded top pop coins, and this would be kind of like the best medium to search through to look for those specific type of coins, right? Because you want the original period correct pieces. All right, so here's the other roll ender. I want to go ahead and show you that. This one, not too attractive. This is what they call a mottled type of toning, where it's spotty. This one is particularly dark, very terminal-like. Once they get to about this dark brown, blackish color, it's not a color that endures a very good secondary market. All right, so as you can see, the obverse is very flashy. Flip the coin over. You can totally tell that is indeed a roll ender there. All right, so that's the other end there, and they all can't be winners, that's for sure. Again, really nice looking one here, and you never know, you could come across maybe a rim clip coin going through these rolls, or a cut die break could be a possibility. I don't know if there's any recognized for 1956. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say probably not. I haven't heard of any sort of major mint error, not even a die clash on these, but that type B reverse is definitely the one major draw to these here. And if there is any sort of minor double the die of that sort, you probably find that out on Wexler's website, or maybe even Dr. Weil's website as well. So we have a number of them to go, and then we are going to close it out for the day. I'm going to show you that other roll that I have. My wife picked up 2 of these rolls, and figured it would be a good talking point, to help illustrate what you should be on the lookout for in terms of original bank sealed rolls from this time period. So you saw how rough and rugged that paper was on this 1956 roll. So what do you guys think when you come across someone selling a bankroll of Morgan dollars, right? Because these banks and the Fed Reserve banks and the armored car companies and all that, they started using paper roll type stuff around the late 1930s. So when you come across what people would say is an original bank wrap roll of Morgan dollars, again, that leaves a lot to the imagination, unless it's something that was produced much later, prior to, say, maybe the GSA Horde sell-off, which was, what, 1970s, somewhere around there. But again, beautiful. They all have that kind of like that skin that goes around the entire rim of the coin. I'm going to actually take 1 or 2 of these and send them off to, see, this one has a fingerprint, but a very old one because it's toned very like tan russet brown colored. So someone back in the day touched that one. And that's a type of fingerprint toning that develops over the course of the age of this roll, right? This is something that you don't normally see on newer coins of that color. You're going to see the toning develop more as a oily white color and not necessarily this tannish brown. And this is the final. Actually, we have a couple more left there that I'll show you guys. Got 3 left, I believe. So that's that one there. And here are the last 3. As you can tell, I'm wearing gloves. It's almost a necessity to do so when you're handling coins like this. Keeps your fingerprints off of them, because it doesn't matter what you do. Fingerprints, will always be there. You'll always have that natural oils in your skin even after you wash your hands. So you got to be absolutely careful. There you go. Those are the last two out of the roll. So what you guys think? Pretty neat, huh? There you go. So see the dirt of the reeds from the quarters constantly shifting in there. See, there you go. And the paper is very crispy. It's brittle. Yeah, see it crunched. Didn't take much there. So here's the other roll that we're going to keep sealed. All right, that's what that looks like. So that's one of the roll enders. Again, a very dark terminal type toning. It might flash a certain way, kind of like maybe a gunmetal blue type color. And then this one has more of that mottled, darker type toning on there. So, and that's another 1956. Although the wrapper is different on this one. Johnstown, Pennsylvania, $10 and quarters. Again, someone had ink stamped 1956 quarter BU on there. All right, so United States National Bank of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So that's an actual national bank that existed during this time. Before there was Bank of America, Chase, and all that. There were, as far as mainstream banks, there were, U.S. National Bank, First National Bank, Second National Bank, so on and so forth. So there you go. That is the original bank wrap roll of quarters. I hope you guys, that was weird lighting there. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to talk about and show you guys the actual product within these rolls to genuinely, truly show you what you need to be on the lookout for. I mean, did you see the color difference of what the original paper roll is, and then the environmentally distressed portion of the outer husk of the roll with right there? So it's a little bit darker, and then after years of handling, it gets lighter. And, the light environment as well will change it too. So there you go. Thank you guys for tuning in on this one. I'm your host, Sean, with BlueRidgeSilverhound. I hope you guys got a few takeaways from this one. It sure was a lot of fun to check out some of those BU coins right there. Very nice, pretty little group there. Yeah, a lot of fun to go through. That's the one with the fingerprint out of all of them. And yeah, pretty interesting. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one and keep on collecting.